Hello, everyone. I am Amber Irwin, co-founder of Social Speak Network. I am so excited to talk to you today about Pinterest. Pinterest is one of those tools that it's great to build that website traffic. And a lot of people think of it as maybe not a tool that's right for their business. Oh, it's just for recipes or interior design, which yes, it is used for that. But think of Pinterest as a visual search engine. The target audience on there are mostly women. I would say it's 50-50, but you do, with some of the stats that have come out, it tends to be more women searching on there. So we'll say women 35 to 65. So those demographics are a lot of times our clients' target market. So Pinterest is a great tool to use to get people to your website. And you think about when they go to Google, what are they typing in? They're going to Pinterest, especially moms. They're going to Pinterest and they're searching for different things. So I want to show you what a Pinterest business account looks like and a tool that we use to manage our Pinterest, because it's really important, again, to have that consistency and that strategy behind what are you pinning. And so this is where that digital marketing strategy that we're always talking about comes into play. Looking at what blogs are you writing? If you're writing one blog per week or maybe 2 blogs per month, and they are the longer cornerstone blogs, each blog can have 4 to 6 images for that one blog, and you can pin that blog with creating custom images, pinning those to Pinterest with links back to your website. So let me just dive in and show you a little bit about Pinterest. So here we have our Social Speak Pinterest account, and this is the business account. And how you know that it's a business account is because it will have analytics here. So when you come in, and if you don't have a Pinterest account, if you go to Pinterest.com, it will ask you if you're a business or personal. So I want to just show you our profile. So we have a little over 178,000 monthly viewers, which is pretty good for us. We really have worked hard on building our Pinterest account probably about the last year and a half. We didn't really take it too seriously before, and now we're seeing that traffic to the website really increase from what we're putting on Pinterest. So that's a really good thing. So right here, obviously we have our logo. This header image, you can change that to a different static image. I always have like the latest pins for our Social Speak board. You can have in here, obviously, a link to your website, a little bit about, who you are and what you guys do. And then the most important thing is your boards. You want to think of your boards as those keyword phrases. So some boards are just like business books. This is just more of it is a public board, but this is just something that our team, anytime we have a good book, we search for it on Pinterest and we pin it to here, because I think it's important to share those things. So it doesn't really have a whole lot to do with digital marketing, but that's just more of an internal board that we use. So we have healthcare digital marketing tips. We have our Social Speak board, which is all of our podcasts, our blogs, everything that we do as a company, we always pin to this board. We have social media marketing for social media managers, SEO and blogging tips, Instagram marketing tips, Facebook marketing tips. So we go through and we kind of look at those areas. Again, like establishing your core values. This is something that we do talk with our clients on. So as we find things, again, we don't pin a whole lot to there, but it is something that we're passionate about. Social media management. So we have different boards for different things, and these can be very specific. Obviously, content marketing strategy is our number one board with almost 800 pins. So that and the healthcare digital marketing tips, those are our 2 main focuses. So when you're putting together your boards, it's important to look at what are those key topics that you want to be talking about? This is our social media marketing board, and this is how to build a brand. So you can have as many boards as you want. I always recommend starting with between 5 and 7 because you don't want to be so overwhelmed, but as you continue to grow, you'll always be adding a new board. And so that's okay too. And sometimes you can, like if we had, business books and business owner tips or something like that, we can combine those two, merge those two boards together as well if we think that, that would be a better idea. You can also make a board private. So if we go to edit and we can have a board cover, a description, what kind of board is this? And then here is going to be secret. So secret means that only the person that's logged into that account can see that board. So, and then here's where you would merge the two boards together. So it's important to make sure that when you are creating a board that you are filling out the description. This one, again, that was a bad example because that wasn't filled out, but you want to make sure that, you have the title of the board, that you have the description of the board, that you fill out those blanks that Pinterest provides you, just so if people are searching for things, so if they search for, content marketing tips, then you are more likely to be able to show up in here. And so that's that's how that works. Now, what I like to do is I like to follow certain brands and companies. So for example, I really like CoSchedule. They put out some great content. We utilize Sprout Social. They put out great content, and you can go to activity and see what pins they have, like which ones they've pinned, the latest pins they've had. So, and then you can either save them to the board that you want, or you can go into Tailwind, which I will get to in just a second. So I like to make sure that you know which brands you want to follow so you can repin from them, because with Pinterest, it's that balance of repinning, meaning that, okay, let's say the social media strategy, I want to repin that. So I'm going to click here to find the board, and I want to go to social media marketing, and it's saved. So that pin, I just repinned it to our board, okay? And I always like to see, make sure I'm noticing who pinned that pin. So again, I know, okay, that's a trustworthy source. I love the image and I think the content's great, I'll just click onto that image and look at the website, make sure that it's something that I want our audience to click through to. The most important thing is going to your analytics. And again, this is just something to look at on a monthly basis. I always go to the overview, and then I look at, the impressions, the total audience, the engagement, and anytime this number is up, that's a good thing. So we had so in this past 30 days, we've had over 200,000 impressions, which is up 36% from last month. We had 178,000 total audience engagements. So these are number of engagements on your pin. So including saves, close-ups, so people that had either clicked onto one of the pins we put up, re-pinned them, or liked them. And then your engaged audience is the number of people who had engaged with your pin directly, meaning that they had liked it or they had repinned it. So this is really good to know. And you can see, okay, on Monday the 11th, we had almost 11,000 impressions, and then on Thursday the 14th, we had a little over 11,000. You can go down here and look at your top boards, and then you can also look at your top pins. So we're seeing that people, looking for YouTube sizes, different, here are 7 easiest ways to create Instagram content. So these are our top 2 pins that we had repinned, and people are finding them on our account and repinning them. So it's pretty cool to be able to see, and you can click on to engagements, close up, link clicks, and save. So it's good to really look at what content is working, so then you can make sure that you are utilizing that data to put more of that content out. Now, Instagram sometimes can be, or excuse me, Pinterest can be sometimes a little bit of a time consumer. So what we've used is this app called Tailwind, and Tailwind actually connects to your Pinterest and your Instagram. That's where I was going with Instagram. And this is a paid program, so I think it's only $14.99 a month, so I highly recommend it because this allows you to schedule pins out. So right now we have 61 pins scheduled for Pinterest, but this also, because it's linked to your Pinterest account, this pulls pins for you. And what's really cool about this, so when you are on Pinterest and you click just onto the home button, it doesn't tell you how many times this pin had been repinned. But on Tailwind, it does. So this has been, repinned 115 times. And again, sometimes things are going to come up that are not aligned with your business, and that's okay. You just, scroll past them, but you can look to see which ones are getting more pins. So I'm going to come down here and click more suggestions. But what this allows me to do is schedule all of my Pinterest posts for the month if I want to. And so let's just, for the sake of time, we will go to here, Instagram strategy. This was repinned 341 times, and it will tell you that it's 299 times on Pinterest and 42 times on Facebook. So I can come in here and I can type in the board that I want, Instagram. We're also going to go to the content marketing. And then what I'll do is hit add to queue. It's going to automatically put it into my queue where it feels it needs to go. So with Tailwind, it organizes your posts based on when your audience is on Pinterest and when you are getting the most engagement. So that's the one thing I love about Tailwind is it's easy to be able to find that content. You can see the source right here. You can pick, as many boards as you want. And then if you don't like the content, if you don't like those posts, you would just click more suggestions and more suggestions will come up. Now you can also, if you go to your in drafts, there's a few things you can do. So the blog post that we were talking about from your website, you can bring those into here. So you can upload your image here, and then you can upload your image. You can also post from your Instagram account, which is really cool because then those images that most people are using Instagram, daily or at least 4 times a week. So you can come right into here, click schedule, click the board that you want it to go to, and then type in the title that you want. It's going to automatically pull that description. You can leave the hashtags in here. It will tell you if you have over 500 characters. And so sometimes if you're pulling from Instagram, you do need to edit some of the content just because you're going to go over. But then that's scheduled to that board. Coming in here, I can go right into here and click social media management, and then we can do social media strategy and click schedule, and schedule's right from there. So and with Pinterest, square images work. If you're using canva.com, which is another tool where we create all of these images, you can utilize the Pinterest template. There's a lot of different Pinterest templates that you can come in here and use as well. So Tailwind just helps keep everything organized, and that's what I really like, because it saves you time, and it gives you that it still gives you, you know, the post that you're looking for. It gives you the data on you know, what the popularity is, and it also just helps with the auto schedule. The other thing you can do with Tailwind is what's called a smart loop. Now this is great for your blog posts that are your cornerstone blogs, meaning those are 2,000 plus blogs. So we've already used our 250 smart loops, and what that means is it's going to pull all of these blogs that we've done from a year, 2 years, 3 years ago, and it's going to keep populating them. So it's going to automatically schedule those out into our plan. And because I've said I want these blogs to be scheduled to these certain boards, it's going to do that. So digital marketing tips, we have 154 loops, and content marketing we have 88, and then content creation we have 7. So we have 249 loops, which means they do the work for you. You put that in here, and they're going to automatically repost for you for forever. So it's really nice that they do that. It will automatically re-loop itself every month. So I highly recommend utilizing Pinterest and Tailwind together so you can get the most benefit out of your Pinterest account. You can also publish videos on here as well. So that's a great tool, because videos are awesome on Pinterest. And it's just a great way to really monitor what's working. And then on your Google Analytics, you would be able to tell what, you know, how many people have come to your website from Pinterest. So that's a great way to monitor those analytics. If you need help with creating this strategy for your Pinterest account and utilizing Tailwind and just elevating your digital marketing strategy as a whole, we do offer a free 30-minute consultation. And that allows us to get to know what your goals are, what are you struggling with, and what are you wanting to accomplish with your digital marketing, and then we can put a plan together moving forward from there. We also just launched our online VIP community, and that's a monthly membership that allows you to see different handouts, tutorials, trainings on all different things in digital marketing. So it's a great way to, it's a starting point if you are wanting to do things on your own. And if you really need help with that next step with your digital marketing strategy, go to socialspeaknetwork.com and click on the Contact Us button for a free 30-minute consultation. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you.